Let's start off this week first with the beautiful Megan Fox.
Oh,
So
we talked about her the other day.
I know,
But and you were like, she's an alien because like she doesn't age.
She's perfect.
She's amazing. And
the weather's so chill, chilly, willy, penguin feathered road. Cause I'm sipping pro. Yeah, that meth is pro. Promethazine.
Welcome back, little baddies.
welcome back, baby, to Drinks After Work with your hosts.
I'm Abby.
And I am Shannen.
That was Shannen. Sometimes she goes by Sophia. And this is
Drinks After Work. Woo! Your one-stop shop for everything overworked, underappreciated, girls, guys in their 20s, working hard during the week, playing hard on the weekends, you name it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is episode 10. We are on two hands.
Two hands.
Two hands.
How does that feel? How do you feel?
I'm ready for feet.
I don't want to say this, but like we've been on two hands. We just
10.
We're on 10 fingers. How about
fingers.
that? 10 fingers.
Anyway,
episode 10. Honestly, it's flown by.
It has. It has.
I'm so excited.
Thank you guys for tuning in again.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in every single week. Honestly, I know we say it, we sound like a broken record, but we could not do this without you, without the moral support. We really, really appreciate like all the kind words, especially lately. All the nice messages we've gotten have been awesome. So thank you guys, just for listening every single week. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. So while we were gone, it's been a minute, but we put another poll on our story.
Yes.
Duh, because that's what we do best. We're just collecting data left and right.
We're data collectors. We like to analyze data.
Part-time data analyzers.
No worries.
And we asked you guys, what is the best place for Valentine's Day dinner in the Boston area?
Yes.
And men, if you're listening, Valentine's Day is a little over a week away. And if you haven't figured out what you're doing,
figure it the fuck out.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Because everything is probably reserved already. You're probably gonna have to get on your knees and beg to get a table at any of the restaurants that we're about to name. But just for research purposes, we wanted to see what everyone was doing this Valentine's Day. It's definitely on our radar.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we put a poll on Instagram. We were like, what are the best spots in Boston to grab dinner for Valentine's Day? And we got a bunch of results. We did share some of them on our story, but we promised our listeners that we would reveal the rest of them here tonight in case you wanted to make those last minute reservations. Slip the person on the phone, maybe like $20, hit their Venmo up. Maybe 100 to get a spot for Valentine's Day, especially with limited capacity. So what did we have, Abby? What were some of the top ones we got?
Okay, so I definitely don't want to repeat too much of what we already posted, but obviously I feel like the classic ones are like Lolita's, Yvonne's, basically anywhere in the North End I feel like you can't go wrong with.
As a quick sidebar, even if you're single, I'd recommend going to Lolita's because they have like the Heartbreak Margarita, which I just feel like is a... It's just a crowd pleaser on Valentine's Day. Sorry, go on.
No, you're good.
North End, yeah, it's super romantic.
Marielle was on the list quite a bit. But so some other restaurants that you guys might not like think of as regularly, I thought were good. So a lot of them I've actually never heard of.
Okay.
So, one is an honorable mention, the Banshee. Like, do you want to die alone?
Okay.
This was sent twice. Not once, twice.
The Banshee is it's a bar in Dorchester in Dot. All roads lead to Dorchester. It's literally a dive bar, and they like are known for their European soccer that they play on the weekends. I guess two gentlemen, one of whom is unfortunately dating me. Put that was the ideal spot for Valentine's Day dinner, but maybe we should just skip right over that one.
If anyone needs Shannen on February 14th, she'll be in Dorchester at the Banshee.
Or she will be somewhere else single.
Oh, Michael. Okay. So, Petit Robert Bistro. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Don't come for me. It's in the South End, and I've actually been here before. I went for lunch on my birthday weekend.
Ooh.
And I can confirm I would go there. The vibes are definitely cute. The food was great. I've never been for dinner, but I'm sure it's awesome. Moo was on the list. Michael, take notes. I know Shannen's been, liking Moo left and right.
I love Moo.
It's a steakhouse, duh. And then another one that I thought that doesn't probably get talked about enough is Offsuit. Have you heard of it?
No.
I think I mentioned it to you when it first opened, but it's
offsuit.
Yeah, it's a new like speakeasy. Like there's like an entrance like that you go in.
Oh, I love that.
And
wait, where is it?
I couldn't tell you, but it's the tiniest, cutest little thing ever. Like it's so intimate. It would be perfect for Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure it only seats like 20 people. Like it's extremely tiny.
Wow.
I don't know how many it like fits with COVID and whatnot, but and they also don't take reservations. So again, maybe that's not the best for Valentine's Day, but Offsuit is definitely a good one. There was Chart House, that's seafood. So if anyone likes seafood, it's across from the New England Aquarium. Mare, am I pronouncing this right? Mare Oyster Bar. You've been there.
Mare. It's in the north end.
You
it's
can
really
confirm
nice.
it's good.
Wait, yeah, it's so good. And then a few others that we got. So Capo Basement, which normally is a party spot, but they have Sunday Sinatra dinner, which is awesome. So some Frank Sinatra playing while you're having Valentine's Day dinner sounds awesome. I think that'd be super cute.
Yeah.
Obviously Del Frisco's. Some gentleman wrote in, he was like, there's rose petals on every table, bubbly waiting. And he goes, works every time, which I don't know what the hell that means. A little creepy, but I kind of loved it. I was like, I'm kind of living for this, but it's also a little predatorial. So I'm not really sure how I was going to take it. Either way.
Works every time.
Works every time. He's like, every single time it works every time.
So another person said, on my couch alone watching Grey's.
Beautiful.
Sis,
I totally agree with that.
Home alone eating pizza rolls and watching The Notebook.
Yep.
No, come on, The Notebook. Okay, Frenchie Wine Bistro. So this one is right near South End Buttery and the Barcelona Wine Bar. Obviously it's French food. I feel like that's something different. I feel like people don't like think of French food a lot. But yeah, so there is Mastro's. Obviously it's a great one.
Yes, Mastro's and Davio's both are like in Seaport right next to each other. Both amazing. Yeah, I'd go there. There was like a 10 p.m. reservation available at Davio's last time I checked. So maybe snag that one. 10 p.m.
Yeah, and then so someone said 224, which is actually in Dorchester, and it's surprisingly like you would never like think to go driving by. Like not that it's not cute, but it's a small restaurant, but it's actually pretty nice.
Love that. Amazing. Yeah, no, there's a bunch on here. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Really, really pretty. I think I've talked to a few people who say that's like their favorite steakhouse in Boston. So a big list. I actually wanted to add one in here that wasn't included. It's Woods Hill Pier 4 in Seaport. Mm-hmm. So they do a Valentine's Day dinner in those igloos.
Oh.
Super cute, super romantic. The only thing is there's like a $300 minimum, which is or like $350 or something like pretty wild. So if you want to have like a boozy ass Valentine's Day, like if you just pissed your girlfriend off and you're trying to redeem yourself, then maybe make reservations there.
Yeah. Lookout Rooftop also has igloos too, so if you want like a cheaper, I don't know how much they're going for, but yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, so we'll share the complete list with you guys. We'll like screenshot it and throw it on our Instagram, because honestly we had like a ton more that we didn't have time to go over, but we definitely wanted to help the gentlemen and the ladies out this Valentine's Day. But speaking of Valentine's Day,
we have an announcement.
Woo!
And some of you may already know what we're about to say if you're part of our Boston Baddies Facebook group.
And if you're a boy, then you probably just don't, because we didn't let you in.
No, you don't know the scoop yet. But so Drinks After Work will be hosting a Galentine's dinner February 11th. It's a Thursday night, because
Thirsty Thursday.
And it'll be at Empire. And by the time this episode goes up, tickets will already be on sale. Hopefully they'll already be sold out by then.
But if they're not,
I think we're going to start off with promoting it in our group on Facebook. So if you're not joined already, make sure you join now. But if, we still have tickets left over after our Facebook group gets first dibs, then, we'll start promoting it on our Instagram. So make sure you guys keep a lookout for that. But we basically just wanted to get all the girls together that, I think Galentine's is equally as important as Valentine's Day.
Oh, I think it's more important. For sure. There's nothing better. I'll never forget. It was like 2 years ago. I told you this story. I was single at the time, and I went to Strega waterfront with like 5 or 6 of my girlfriends. It was right when like 7 Rings by Ariana Grande came out, and there was 7 of us there, and we were just like feeling ourselves. And we were sitting there, and it was actually on Valentine's Day. And I remember looking around, and there was all these people just like sitting there, just like couples, and they were all just like staring at each other, like having like pleasant conversation. And the 7 of us were just absolutely getting after it, like drink after drink after Cosmo, like causing a scene. And we were having so much fun, and everyone at that restaurant like wished they were us. It was awesome.
Obviously. I love that.
So I guess that's my way of saying I think that Valentine's Day is more important, which is why
absolutely
we wanted to do this, because I think that since starting this Facebook group, we've seen an amazing like turnaround for like our show and everything, and it's been like so fun to watch. And we've met so many awesome girls through the Facebook group. I think we have like close to 700 members at this point. And so many girls are like, hey, I just moved to Boston. I don't know anyone in the city yet. It's been completely brutal through the pandemic. I want to meet people. I want to get out there. I want to have drinks. I want to have fun. So we want to create like a fun COVID-friendly environment. Like we're going to be following restrictions and everything, obviously, where everyone can just sit down, like have a dinner, and absolutely get after it. So go over to our Facebook page for details where you guys can buy some tickets.
Yeah. So tickets will cover the entry and the food. Drinks will be sold separately. But Shannen and I have a few things up our sleeve. But we cannot thank Big Night enough for making this happen for us. We are so incredibly lucky to work for the best group of people. So let's make this worth their time. Come hang out with us. We want to meet everyone.
We want to meet you guys, and we want to get shit-faced with you guys. And on that note, cheers.
Cheers to the Boston Baddies.
Cheers to the Boston Baddies.
Woo, we're the best kind.
Yes. Cheers to the little baddies out there.
What are we drinking this week?
We are drinking
rosé.
We are drinking rosé. Like that rosé that looks like a rose at the bottom? That's what we're drinking.
I'm biased because my middle name is Rose, but I really love that. Okay, let's dive into drunk deets.
Let's do it. Let's dive the frick into drunk deets. Just deep dive.
So let's start off this week first with the beautiful Megan Fox.
Oh,
so
we talked about her the other day.
I know. Oh, because we were watching New Girl.
Yes. But and you were like, she's an alien because like she doesn't age. She's amazing. And I was saying, like, she makes me want to go back to being a brunette. Like, when you when you cut your hair short and then you see a really pretty girl with long hair and you're like, damn it. And it's like the same. We went blonde, and then I see Megan Fox and I was like, shit.
I know.
Sorry, go on.
So Megan Fox is getting a little shit for her most recent Instagram post. So as if you guys don't know, she is dating Machine Gun Kelly. And
MGK, classic, yeah.
I couldn't trust myself to say that. I was like, I'm going to butcher that. So he was just on SNL. He performed on SNL. And being the supportive girlfriend that she is, she posted on her Instagram like a thread of photos of their time like that week from SNL. And she captioned it, SNL week, best performance that show has ever seen.
Okay.
Right. That's the reaction. Yeah. So, I mean, she's getting so much shit for this. People are saying like, how dare she like say that they're the best, like when they've had like Justin Bieber, Megan Thee Stallion, Bruce Springsteen,
oh my God,
Dua Lipa.
Wait, really? People are getting mad over that? I feel like, okay, so I honestly think that people have reached a threshold where they're just like, there's nothing really like to get mad about anymore, because I feel like everything's been exhausted. Like 2020 sucked. So I feel like people are just sitting around and they're like, what can we get pissed off about now? And it's like, oh, Megan Fox said that her boyfriend was a great performance. Like let's use that this week, because we have nothing else.
Obviously, like I feel like it's so stupid. Like put yourself in her shoes. Obviously, you're gonna be biased and say that your boyfriend was the best. Like any girlfriend would do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, I don't think she deserves the shit she's getting for this. I know SNL is known for showcasing like some of the industry's best musicians, but like just let her and him have that little moment.
Also, what is she supposed to say? Like, was she supposed to caption it? One of the top 20, at least.
I know.
Performances that SNL has ever seen. You're the best, baby.
No, or average at best.
Was she supposed to be like, hey, next to Justin Bieber and all those others, like you're, probably a close 50.
Yeah. No. She would get more shit for that if she did that. But people, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, literally.
Whatever.
Oh, that sucks. Honestly, this is just one of those classic situations where she's just like too pretty. Anything she does, people get pissed.
Exactly.
Like she breathes and people are like, how dare she?
I feel that. Okay, moving on to Meghan Markle.
another beautiful Meghan.
Oh wow, look at you just connecting dots. Damn. Woo, okay. Oh god.
I don't know.
Okay.
I took a shot before this. Okay. Anything I say cannot be held against me.
No, I love it. I love this energy. Okay, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's son Archie, his birth certificate was edited.
Why? Because Archie's a horrible name.
No.
Oh.
Yikes, they're gonna come for you.
I know,
Okay,
shit.
so-
Allegedly. It's alleged.
Everything's alleged.
Alleged.
So his birth certificate, they removed his mother's name and now it only includes her title. But she was not the one that requested this change.
Obviously not. Who the hell would take their name off of their fucking child's birth off of their child's birth certificate?
Just whips out money. So her title is Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex.
And they took her name off?
They took her, yeah. That's all
That's
it says
so
under the
mean.
mother category. I know, right? Like you push that baby out of your, and you know, her name better be on that thing.
Wait, that's disrespectful. Like
Right?
that's the child's. I don't
And
honestly.
you want to know what is the worst part of it all? Is that, so the Sun, that's the source, the Sun reported that the name changes were made amid reports of a rift between Prince Harry and his brother, Prince William.
Okay.
So I guess it was later confirmed that there was tensions between the two brothers, but so the birth certificate edits were seen as like a snub to William and Kate.
Wait, how the? Okay. Okay. Was a snub to William and Kate?
Because her name, her formal name, Catherine, is listed on all three children's birth certificates.
Okay.
So I don't think her like royal name is on it. I think it's
Wait,
her.
I thought you were talking about Meghan though.
Yes, but I'm saying like, so Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton, like it was a snub to them because Kate's name on the birth certificate of her three children is like her full like real name. It's not like her title. So it was a snub.
Okay.
It's a stupid, I really don't understand the logic, but I mean, that's just the tea that's sweet.
Wait, so just to clarify then, is it mean against Meghan Markle for her name not being on it, or is it mean against Kate because they gave her the formal title and they didn't give Kate the formal title? That's what I don't get. Honestly, I don't really get the royals. I think I'm just gonna say that I just don't really understand them. Like I feel like there's so many like classy snubs, as you put it, where like they do these little weird underhanded things that like affect each other, and I don't really, as like a regular person, I guess I don't think I'd really care. I'd be pissed if someone took my name off of my child's birth certificate. I'd probably like burn down the royal palace, but
who's looking at the birth certificates? Like I haven't looked at my birth certificate ever.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Has my
actually
mom?
it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if you did.
Like I mean, I just think it's stupid. I don't know why it's news, but it is. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on.
So we got some Bachelorette drama. Okay, so over the weekend, Dylan Barber, if I'm pronouncing this wrong, I'm sorry. He did a Twitter Q&A about his time on The Bachelorette, and basically what the tea is that so Hannah Brown and Jed Wyatt.
Yes. Yeah, I remember
they were
them.
an item on her season. And basically his whole reputation life got ruined because there was like all these cheating allegations.
Right. And he was like out like seen with like different girls and like models and all this stuff, right?
Well, so what's coming out now is that so Dylan, but keep in mind Dylan and Jed are friends.
Okay.
To this day. So keep this in mind.
Okay.
So he originally tweeted out, I'm talking about Dylan, canceled The Bachelor and ABC. Kind of want to air out their dirty laundry. Mom got me riled up. So he tweeted that, and then he tweeted again saying, ask away. So someone tweeted at Dylan and said, who from your season do you feel got the most screwed over by production? To which he responded, Jed. And then someone else was like, so are you saying Jed did not cheat on Hannah? To which he replied, yes. So basically, and mind you, this happened in 2019. Like, so not relevant anymore. Like, Hannah and Jed got engaged during the season 15 finale, but like it ended after Jed confessed to Hannah that he was dating another girl right before he left to film for the show.
Like, which who the hell cares? Because it's like, oh, you dated someone that's sick.
Yeah, he said the relationship wasn't serious, which is why they went their separate ways. But then the girl ended up coming forward and say that wasn't true. So
Of course she did.
But
with a little bonus from ABC.
Yes. So, I mean, now people are speculating that Dylan is just trying to clear Jed's name, and then people are also shitting on the producers of the show because they're saying like they let this happen, like his life was destroyed, blah blah blah.
Of course it
People
was.
are coming. I mean, people are coming for everyone at this point, but
Yeah.
I just think it just goes to show how toxic this show really is. I just stopped watching it.
Honestly, like, here's my thing. Yes, I'm sure he was defending his friend, but I'm sure there's some truth to it, and he's probably pissed about the fact that his friend got completely screwed over by the entire experience. Some would argue, so some people are like, listen, everyone knows The Bachelor is toxic. Don't go on it if you don't know what's going to happen to you, right? So it's almost like if you go on it, then
you're asking for it.
Yes, bad things are going to happen, and your name.
You
could
know
be
that
ruined.
the producers are shady, and they're going to make you. They're going to paint you in a way that you're not accurately.
There's been multiple books that have come out about some of the
Yeah.
shitty stuff that they done. I read something once about one of the there's this guy that went on like seasons ago, it was like years and years ago, like 5 years ago. He was a lawyer, and the first night he goes up to the Bachelorette, and he's like, "Hey, I have a key to the Bachelor suite, or to the Paradise Suite."
Mm-hmm.
That's usually when they sleep together at the end.
Yeah.
He was like, "I have a key to the Paradise Suite. Like you and me, like let's go right now." It was basically like asking her to like sleep with him right then and there, like at the first rose, like the first night, and she was like, "Well, right." And he looked like a creep, and she was like, "What the hell? Like, no." She sends him home, obviously, because he's being a freaking creep. And then it came out months later. He was like, "Yeah, like they paid me like a bunch of money to say that." Like, there's so much
you know
shady
how much?
I have no idea, but he was
so
like, "I would never say that." Like, they wanted to get me off the like, I was already like determined as one of the people that were going to get kicked off. Predetermined. It wasn't even like up to her. So I don't know. There's a bunch of shady stuff that's come out about the show overall. I don't really know.
I really want to know what triggered him, because he said his original tweet was, "Mom got me riled up."
Yeah, maybe he's talking to his mom, and she was like, "Go out there and tell the world what you know."
I know, but I wonder what triggered that. I mean, we'll never know.
I don't know. I just think it's a sketchy organization, and I think this is the whole thing, right? Like, to stay relevant for that long. I remember being in middle school, and my grandmother was watching The Bachelor, and that's how I first heard of it. And in order to stay relevant, and for people to be talking on podcasts like we are right now about the show, like season after season after season, you have to be so shady and so conniving and willing to like just screw these people over. And it's like, you go on, you can either become an influencer, have your life paved out for you, like have everything go your way, or you can just get completely like, shit on, and get screwed over. So it sucks.
All right. Well, that's the tea this week on Drunk Deets.
That is the tea. And I think kind of going hand in hand with like the topic of, famous people and like what they go through and everything. So for our main segment, we wanted to talk about the ever elusive topic.
That was a fancy word.
It's actually not that elusive. It's pretty common. I don't even know why I said that. Just trying to broaden my.
Right. You just go with it.
It was my word of the day.
Good.
We were talking a little bit earlier about celebrities, getting work done, getting Botox, fillers, shit done to their face, ass implants, you name it, and kind of how it's shaped pop culture, how it's shaped the everyday person, like the trickle down effect, the Instagram face, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit about that, Abby and I were earlier, and I guess like the main thing we wanted to talk about was the Instagram accounts out there that go out to expose these people and expose the celebrities.
Yeah. So there's an Instagram account. It's called IG Famous by Dana. Is formerly IG Famous Bodies, and basically it's just this Instagram account that, like Shannen said, exposes celebrities for the good and the bad. Like, she'll give a celebrity like props when like they own up to like getting a boob job or a nose job or whatever it is, but then she'll expose people like Madison Beer, who clearly have had work done. I mean, she still to this day will not admit it.
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah,
unless people are like legitimately photoshopping these photos, which I don't think that they are. I think the proof is in the photos. Like, homegirl got a nose job. Nothing wrong with that, but just own it. But so basically this Instagram account is exposing celebrities, and I guess our question is this okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like, is it okay? And by the way, IG Famous by Dana, I love Dana. Like, I've been following her for years, mostly because it's a little boost to my self-confidence. But there's a bunch like that. There's a bunch of accounts like that that they expose as celebrities. But she was just kind of the first one I found. And what's really interesting is, like Abby said, she'll post like before and after. So she'll post a picture of Kylie Jenner you know, 5 years ago, and then Kylie Jenner today, and she'll make the caption like, you know, my body changed through childbirth or whatever, and it's like a completely different body, like light years different, and it's like, well, this doesn't just naturally happen. And another one who denies it is Bella Hadid claims she has never ever gotten plastic surgery, like has never gone under the knife. And if you see her before and after, is like different nose, different eyes, different eyebrows, like the entire face completely different, and she like won't admit it.
You want to know what I don't get is that, like, why? Because honestly, if I were a celebrity and I had disposable income like they do, like thousands and millions of dollars of disposable income, and I could alter my face and body, I would do it in a heartbeat. Oh, there are many things that I would like to change about my appearance.
But it's also like bragging.
It's expensive.
Right. And it would be like bragging rights, because I'd be like, wow, look what a nice face I constructed. Like, I feel like the face you're born with, it's like kind of like up to fate. But like, this is my fault. Like I architected this.
I didn't even know. I thought my whole life up until recently, up until this podcast, I thought I liked my nose. And then I realized side profiles were a thing. I didn't really know that was a thing. And now I'm like, I need a nose job. I need something done, because I don't like my side profile of my nose. But looking forward, I'm like, okay, I like her. But to the side, I'm like,
she's nice.
I don't know what needs to change. Maybe a little, I don't know.
Honestly, I love your nose, but I think you bring up a great point, is that these people, right, like celebrities, they're under public scrutiny all the time. So it's totally it's understandable. It's acceptable. You're a movie star, you're an influencer, you're whatever. You're on Keeping Up with the Kardashians since you were 12 years old. Eventually you're going to see something you don't like about yourself, and you're going to tweak it, then you're going to do something else, and it's fine. And I guess it leads into a whole nother topic about body dysmorphia, which we can get to another day. But I just think that it's okay. We all have insecurities. I think the point that these accounts are trying to get to is they're not trying to like hate on people for getting work done. And in fact, like the girl that runs this account, she openly admits, she's like, I get fillers, I get Botox, like I get shit done to my face all the time. Her issue is that there are, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, like young girls out there that follow, the Kylie Jenners of the world, the Madison Beers of the world, look up to these girls and idolize them. And they think that this is just how these girls look, and that they're this naturally beautiful. And they see the Australian models that just like are super thin and have a big butt and big boobs and like huge hips somehow, but they're like torso is like, and they think that that's normal. And then they start to think, oh, well, like I don't look like that. What's wrong with me? Like I'm so gross and ugly. And they're just trying to like get rid of that stigma. And they're like, listen, if you've had work done, that's fine. Just come clean about it, because you're hurting all these people out there that just are going to compare themselves these insane body image ideals and just like think badly of themselves. So I think that's kind of the whole point of the account, which I don't know, like I thought was, originally like pretty cool.
So my take on it is I see both sides.
Right.
So a part of me is like, should celebrities and influencers be held to a higher standard? Right. Do they owe anyone an explanation for anything? I think that's the true question. And a piece of me is almost like I understand where this Dana girl is coming from, whereas like it could be damaging to young girls who look up to you. Right. But at the same time, I'm also like, okay, but at what point is it like a parent's or mother's responsibility to educate their children on like, listen, like you're beautiful the way you were born. If there's something you don't like about it, you can change it. But just so you know, like a lot of what you see on the internet is not real. Things are photoshopped, things are edited, but things are also physically changed. And like just educate their own kids on it so that they grow up without poor self-esteem. Because I mean, I feel like if someone were to like walk up to you, someone that you don't even know, and was like, do you get Botox? Like
it'd be rude.
It would be rude, but it's okay to do to a celebrity.
Yeah, that's so true. It's almost like we're treating them like they're not humans.
Exactly.
But do they have a different responsibility because of the fact that they're celebrities?
But at what point is it like, do they get as a celebrity any sense of privacy?
That's a good point.
There's just two sides to every story, and I don't know what the right answer to this is, but I think it's worth having a conversation about, because I feel like people are so quick to just shit on celebrities just because it's easy, but like they have feelings. Yeah. Like, we have feelings.
That's a good point. And you brought up like exactly what I wanted to talk about, because as much as I think that, a lot of these accounts out there have great intentions where they're like, we're trying to educate the girls out there and the guys out there about what's a realistic beauty standard. And they even like, they'll post pictures of like Kim Kardashian and the way that her like her waist and her hips go, and they're like, your hips shouldn't go out right where your belly button is. Like they should go out like a little bit like above that. Or there's like some sort of like a diagram where you can tell if a girl has had hip injection or hip implants. Like fake hips like look a certain way. Like if you go on people's
I didn't even know you could get hip implants.
Yes.
I thought it was just butt
yeah, like
implants.
Kim, Kylie, like all those girls
To have that hourglass curve.
Yes, like like it's like so insane where their like waist is so teeny, and then their hips are just so big.
Oh, see, I thought it was just those like waist trainer shit making their torso.
Right, and again, this is all like speaking like allegedly, but like the pictures that have been shown, like you can see a picture of Kim Kardashian from 10 years ago, which, I mean, she was in her like 20s or maybe even like close to 30s. Like her hips did not look like that.
Mm-hmm.
She got fake hips done, and they have like a certain look. So basically, what these accounts will do is they'll post that, and they'll be like, okay, this is what fake hips look like. This is how normal hips look like from like an anatomy perspective. Don't compare yourself to that. Like this is what people look like. So the point is supposed to be educational, which I think comes from a good place. But to your point, I think that there's two issues with it. The first one is like you said, do these people really owe it to anyone to admit that they've had work done? Mm-hmm. Like which by the way, I'm planning on doing, if I get a nose job next week, do I owe it to anyone to say, hey guys, I got a nose job? Like if I want to say that, great. But if I want to like lie or pretend like it didn't happen because that's my privacy and it's my body and it's my right to decide what I divulge about my body, I feel like that's okay. Mm-hmm. And there was times like years ago where bringing up this sort of a thing, like a girl getting work done, like, 20, 30 years ago, I feel like would be very taboo. I don't know, like taboo. Like you wouldn't bring that up. But these days I feel like there's this obsession with like being your realest, most genuine self and like being open and honest and real. And I think that's great. But I'm also like, if someone doesn't want to do that, that's okay too. Like what if a girl is so uncomfortable and so self-conscious that she doesn't want to talk about, getting work done because she's so embarrassed or so self-conscious, and like bringing that up will open up like trauma for her. Right. In that situation, I'm like, well, should she have to admit it to the world? Like, I don't think so. I don't know.
It's definitely a sticky subject.
And then I think the other issue is bullying, because a lot of these girls, like for example, I didn't know Lana Rhoades had a fake butt. Remember, I used to show you pictures, and I was like, this is real, this is insane. And then on her podcast, like a few weeks ago, she came forward saying, oh yeah, like it was like an illegal thing that she got like silicone, like big horse needles with silicone injections shoved into her butt. And she was like, that's literally what my butt is. And I respected her for saying that, because before I was like, how the hell is she that thin with such a big butt? It doesn't make any sense.
I wonder what that feels like.
But like a lot of these people who get like discovered or found out about on these accounts that they got work done, the people that follow these accounts, which like this Dana girl has like 200,000 followers or something, they go out and they attack these celebrities, and they're like, you're fake, you're gross. It's like cancel culture. And that's bullying. Even if it's a celebrity or an influencer, like you going out and like shaming their body and what they look like and whatever, like that's still bullying, and it's still going to affect them. So I feel like that's kind of like the second downside to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you said it perfectly. Like cancel culture is definitely, I feel like, way more prevalent today than it was even like 2 years ago. Like people tried to cancel Madison Beer so hard. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at what point is it like, just let them live their life?
Yeah. Well, it goes back to the little pretty things. The same shit with Megan Fox. It's like anything Madison Beer does, people just hate. They're like, oh my God, she literally took a sip of her coffee the wrong way. Like, seriously, fuck that bitch.
I know. I guess what we're getting at, guys, is like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you might as well just live your life how you want.
Yes. And I will say though, like I think like this wasn't obviously like the main, like the point we were trying to make, but when it comes to like getting work done and stuff, I feel like we all have this obsession with like, there's like an ideal like face right now that people want to look like. Everyone wants to have like this like perfect nose, like perfect cheekbones, like square jaw, like everything like the same, big lips. And I think you just have to remember that there was a day when Sarah Jessica Parker was told she needed to get a nose job to make it in Hollywood, and she refused to do it, and she became Carrie Bradshaw on Sex and the City. So just remember that, and you'll be fine. And I sound like a hypocrite because I definitely like have gotten Botox and stuff in the past, but oh well.
It's okay, girl. You own it.
Own it.
I have not gotten any work done. I would love to, but I'm a baby and I'm afraid.
You had an appointment, right? Like you were gonna get your lips done and then you canceled it or something?
I'm a chicken.
Because of the needles?
No, because I've just heard so many horror stories about like the whatever, like migrating up and stuff, and like it like showing here, and I just like don't want to take that risk. And like you've told me like sometimes like you can like feel like the beads and you're like, it goes away though, and I'm like, dude, but those the however many days or weeks that I have to feel it for will drive me insane. I can't risk it, you know. It's just not worth it to me, even though I truly do hate my lips more than anything, my upper lip. That's why I don't smile
Ever.
In photos I don't smile ever, and it's because I hate my lips. But you know what, it's fine, whatever. We're just gonna anyways, okay. Moving on to the over under this week.
Over under,
for those of you that don't know, it's overrated, underrated. We want to talk about it because there are things in this world that are just overrated, underrated. They don't get talked about enough. So this week, overrated AirPods. That's my take.
I mean, I don't get it.
Okay.
But like, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Thank you. So
The floor is yours.
I think that it was a great invention. I think Bluetooth headphones, amazing. The small ones, you don't have to worry about the wire anymore. I think the wires
small
are
ones.
stupid. Yeah, well, there's like wireless Beats, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I was like, wait, like the big ones, like
no, there's only one size. But so I think it was a great invention. However, I own AirPods. They're not the newer ones, but like I got them like maybe a year or so ago.
Okay.
And first of all, they hurt my ears.
Okay.
They're not comfortable, and they fall out so easily.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And literally like they fell out of my ear one time while we were rollerblading, and they chipped, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Swear jar. But like I just think they're overpriced and overrated for what they are. Like I think if they could, you know, make a few changes, I would, you know, spend the money, but like $200+ for an earache.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're overrated. I think they're a great invention, but I think they need improvement. Sorry.
Okay. So I get where you're coming from. So basically you're like, it's one size fits most, not one size fits all for the AirPods.
Maybe it's just my ear, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe you just have like weird ears.
Maybe. I mean, if anyone
I've
else...
never taken a good hard look at your ears.
Oh, thank God they're being covered right now. But let us know in the comments if you're on YouTube if AirPods hurt your ears too.
Yeah, and let us know if you have weird ears as well, because we'd love to hear about it.
All right, enough about ears. What about your overrated?
No. I just wanted to say as a sidebar. So I definitely get where you're coming from. However, I don't know if I can agree that AirPods are overrated only because of going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because
like I said, great invention. Just I think they're overpriced.
I just think like the old days of like wearing like a wire and then you're like, you know, tucking the iPhone like into your sports bra and you pull it out and like there's like boob sweat on it and you're like, ew, this is gross. Like nowadays you can just put your phone down like near you and you can just like work out and not have to worry about like your phone like flying or you're on the treadmill and it falls off.
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
that's definitely a huge plus.
Huge plus.
But I just think the cons outweigh the pros for me. I honestly can count the number of times that I've worn them on like one hand, maybe two.
Okay.
Because I only wear them on like planes. And like I don't even wear them to work out anymore.
Right. No, that makes sense.
That's because I don't work out.
They're helpful for like sales calls for me because like I use them as like my like headset, like wireless headset. But I guess for most people maybe they're overrated. Okay. My overrated is mac and cheese.
Mr. Man's not gonna like that.
Oh, really? He likes mac and cheese?
You know he makes his famous mac and cheese.
Oh, it's true. His mac and cheese, yeah. But he likes everything. Like he just like eats a lot of food.
But he makes really good mac and cheese. But okay,
True.
why is it overrated?
He does.
Like, what do you mean? Like Kraft Annie's, you hate
Any
it all?
mac and cheese.
Baked mac and cheese, you hate my Nana's mac and cheese.
I hate your Nana's mac and cheese sucks.
Take that back.
I've never
you
had
can say Mr. Man's mac and cheese sucks, but you can't say Nana's sucks.
I've never had your Nana's mac and cheese.
I don't care. It's the best thing you've never had.
You're like about to get mad over a scenario.
We're in a fight.
You know what? This is exactly what your problem is. You get mad over things that don't actually happen.
I make shit up in my head. I know, because all I do is not sleep and overthink and overanalyze. Yeah.
We'll talk about that story a different day.
Yeah.
It's a story for another day.
But why is it overrated?
Okay, so mac and cheese. I just honestly think like people are obsessed with it. It's powdered cheese, which kind of gross. I'm talking about boxed mac and cheese, by the way. Like not like homemade, obviously.
Okay.
Boxed mac and cheese. It's a powdered cheese. What the hell is that? I don't know what it is. How long has that been out? I don't think there's an expiration date on it.
It's probably not actually great for you now that I think about it. Like, what is powdered cheese?
I don't know what powdered cheese. It's a dry powdered substance and it says it's cheese. And all of a sudden it's gooey and mushy. I don't know. It also has like the worst ingredients in the world. It's pasta, powdered cheese, like a stick of butter, and then milk. And I I'm all for comfort food. Like I totally like respect that. I just think I'd rather have pasta with just like olive oil and like a little bit of Parmesan on it. And sure, it's like still unhealthy and stuff, but at least I know what the hell it is and I know what's going in my body. And the most disturbing part is that it's like what people get for their kids. And it's like, why are you feeding your child like powdered cheese? Like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of gross. And also, I think I also have a personal issue with it because sophomore year, my mom got me one of those like giant packs of mac and cheese, like to have at my dorm room, like as like a, you know, in case you need it type thing.
The ones that you microwave, like the...
Yes. And
see, those were so clutch in college.
So clutch, except for when you're a sophomore and it was like a really, really snowy year where it like snowed almost every single day. We had a bunch of snow days. I was just in my apartment. I had to eat mac and cheese for like lunch and dinner.
So you have a personal vendetta for it.
And I gained 15 pounds and I look disgusting. So I just have a personal vendetta. Anyways.
All right. Underrated. Okay. So this just came to me this week because Boston just got some snow. Keyword on some.
Yeah.
Okay, underrated. Having a garage to park your car in so you don't have to shovel your car out of the goddamn snow. I think it's underrated because when I lived at home, I had a garage.
Right.
I parked my car in it. It was the best thing ever. Don't have to get into a freezing cold car every morning. Didn't have to shovel off my car. And now that I've moved out, I'm in the city, I have a parking spot. I'm blessed to have a parking spot off the street, but it doesn't have a cover. And, you know, one, it's definitely not good for the car.
No.
And two, I just don't like doing it. It's annoying.
I just don't like it.
It's annoying. It's an inconvenience to have to spend X amount of time doing it. And I think it's underrated to have a garage. I think that's huge. I think like wherever I move next, I want a garage. I don't care if I have to pay $400 a month to park my car somewhere. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the freaking snow. Anyways, what's your underrated?
No. I agree with you. I think that covered parking is super, like, so clutch, especially in the Northeast. Like, I don't think it matters if you're, like, in LA or, like, down in Miami or something. Like, it doesn't matter. But to your point, like, I remember not as much of an issue this year, but, like, in the past when I lived in Dorchester and we'd have to go into the office and I would have to shovel out my car. And I remember it just being so brutal because I forgot like a shovel one time and I had to go to like my next door neighbor who was kind of creepy, and he like brought out the shovel and was like, make sure you bring it back. And I was like shoveling out my car and like you're like sweating, wearing work clothes, and you finally get it out and then you're like late to work, and it's just like a very stressful experience. So
yeah,
I agree.
That's why you either get a garage or a boyfriend, one or the other. If you can't have a garage, get a boyfriend. That's the next best thing. Get a boyfriend to do it for you.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong?
No, that's true. Wait, so does Mystery Man, does he shovel out your car for you? Are you guys at that level where he'll shovel out your car?
Yeah, he did the other day. When I was at his place, he did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
During the workday too. He took time out of his busy workday to go shovel off my car so I could leave.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Garage or a boyfriend? Take it or leave it. I don't know. What's your underrated?
Garage or a boyfriend. Okay. Sorry, like I just like had like a brain fart. I was like, wait, my underrated, not overrated. I just said
Correct.
Overrated. Okay. So my underrated, I would have to say, is New Hampshire. I used to think that New Hampshire sucks. Like I'm born and raised there. Like it wasn't fun, whatever. But since like the pandemic, like it's been so nice there, and I've been like going to my parents' house and like hanging out there, and it's like so much more chill and relaxed. And I feel like in Boston, people are always just like yelling at you and they're like mean, and
they're way more chill.
And you're like trying to get on like an elevator and people are like flipping you off and like they hate you. And I feel like in New Hampshire has been so nice. Like over the summer, like probably not right now, but over the summer we've been going there. And it's like we go to the lake and it just you just feel like you're like in a different world, and it's been so nice and relaxing.
Yes.
And then in the winter, like there's skiing. Like I feel like Massachusetts doesn't really have that many ski mountains, considering we're in the Northeast. Like
not
we don't
compared to the other northern states.
Isn't it weird though? Like Vermont, New Hampshire, like
Maine,
like you can go skiing, but in Massachusetts, like there's
Wachusett
Mountain. I was literally thinking the same thing. Is that the only mountain Massachusetts has?
I should know this, but I don't. You know, I do agree with you because before I moved here and before I became friends with you and our friend group, I had never, I had been to New Hampshire a couple times, but not really. I've never experienced Lake Winnipesaukee. Lake Winnie's amazing.
So fun.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
And it's like also like in like when you go to the sandbars in the summer, it's like literally like
so fun.
It's a party. It's like a banger.
Party. Yeah. And you know their motto is, what is it? Live free or die.
Live free or die. Like who doesn't love that? It's awesome.
I love it. I stand by it. I agree. Underrated New Hampshire.
I concur. Okay.
I concur. All right.
New Hampshire.
That's it for Over Under this week.
That is it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. So before we go, we just had a cute little update. We started a new segment so you guys can see us more than once a week. So coming soon, we have a new segment called Sip and Dip.
Sip and Dip.
Tell the people what it is.
Sip and Dip. It is not where we ding dong ditch or dine and dash, by the way. It kind of sounds like that, right? Like I was like, will people think that? So basically what Sip and Dip is, we're going to be dropping our video in the next few days. But every single week, we're going to go to a different restaurant in Boston. Mm-hmm. Particularly restaurants that are like known for their drinks and stuff. Mm-hmm. We're gonna order four drinks off the menu: 1 vodka drink, 1 tequila drink, 1 espresso martini, and
1 surprise me drink.
Yes.
So basically, we started off at, where'd we go? We went to Lincoln in South Boston, mm-hmm. and we had a bartender. His name was, I think, Timmy. I wrote it down. I forget. You'll find out in the video if you watch it. But he was
definitely
great.
Was not Timmy.
Yes, it was.
Was it Timmy? I don't think it was Timmy.
I think it was.
I thought it was like Connor.
Tommy.
Connor. I don't know where I got Connor from. Shit.
No, I'll hold, please. Sip and dip. Tommy. It was Tommy. Confirmed. Okay. I said Timmy. I was close enough.
I was thinking like Fairly Odd Parents for a second.
Obviously. But so yeah, that's coming so you guys can see us a little bit more often. And, you know, we're going to take recommendations on where we should go next. You can either slide into our DMs or, you know, we'll probably post another story or a poll because that's what we do best. Mm-hmm. And let us know where you guys want us to try. So basically we just want to try all the best cocktails in Boston. And we forgot to say, so basically we're going to rate it on a binary scale. So that's a 0 or 1.
Yes, because we're not good with math. So like no 1.3 bullshit.
We're not going to Dave Portnoy it. Sorry. As much as I would love to, we're not going to. We're just going to make it real simple for all of us involved.
It's a 0, which means I would not have the drink again. 1 means I would definitely have it again.
Yes.
So we're going to hit every single restaurant in Boston. We're gonna get 4 drinks. We're gonna get shit-faced, crawl home every single week, and then we're gonna vlog it and share it with you bitches.
Yes.
And hopefully it gives you some places to go, because like I feel like a lot of the girls that we've been connected with lately have been like, where do I drink? Where do I go?
We're about to tell you. So buckle up, stay tuned. We have a lot of good stuff coming, and you know, stay tuned for more information and footage coming from our Galentine's dinner. If you're listening to this on the day of the release, make sure you copy your tickets now before they sell out. There's a limited quantity that we are selling, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, and make sure that if you have not already, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, that you subscribe. Make sure that you comment, leave us a 5-star rating or however many stars you want. Honestly, I don't care. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you comment and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Talk some shit. Talk some hype. Wherever the hell you want to do. And we'll see you little baddies next week.
Woo!
Woo!
That's a wrap. Fuck.
The weather so chill, chilly, willy, penguin feathered road. Cause I'm sipping pro. Yeah, that meth is pro. Promethazine.